Okay, so we are going to make a little balancing toy with paper clips. You know, I'm working on paper clips. So you'll notice that there are a lot of different kind of paper clips. Most of them would work in this case. We want them to be metal so that we can bend them. These are rubber coated. I'm not going to use those. These are too small. I'm going to use these. I'm going to use 2 of these, and I'm going to use some needle nose pliers. You could probably do this without that. So the first thing I'm going to do is take one of these and make a stand. I'm going to make one of these little kind of looking floating sculpture things. So the first thing I'm going to do is to take this and just bend that up. And then pull this out a little bit. So there's my stand. That's my stand right there. That's it. Now, this piece up here is actually a little bit small, so I need to make that a little bit bigger. I'm going to take my needle nose pliers just right there and just bend it a little bit. Like bend a little bit of it like that. So now I have a little platform to rest my structure on. Now, the idea that I'm working on here is to make something so that the center of mass of the device is lower than that point and it'll be stable. So let's start off with a paper clip, and the first thing we want to do is straighten it out. So this can be tricky. I just try to do one piece at a time. So I just pull that piece right there, and I want to straighten just that piece. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight, right? But just work on one bend at a time. Now I'm going to move up to the next bend, and I'm going to grab it at the ends and kind of just keep bending like that. See? Oh, that was a little crooked. It doesn't have to be perfect. Trust me on this one. And last bend. And then I was trying to find the center of these, and so I measured the length, and I think it was like, I don't know. Let's do it again. That one's a little bit difficult. If you don't have a grip on it, you can use your needle nose pliers, and it gives you a lot better grip. That's fairly straight. I mean, if you rolled it, it would be perfectly straight, but it's not, but it's good enough. There we go. Okay, now I need to find the center of this. So if I take my ruler, you can see in inches, it's almost exactly 6 inches. In centimeters, it's 15 and a half. So I think they built this as a 6-inch thing. That's what I'm guessing. I don't know that for sure. 6 inches. So that means the center would be right here at 3. I'm just going to put a little bit mark right there. It's a little bit over. I'm going to put it doesn't have to be perfectly in the center, but center would be nice. So that's my center where the red is. I'm going to take my needle nose pliers, and I'm going to hold it right there in the center. Now I can bend it, so I'm just going to make a V. So I'm going to bend this one up. Now, when you bend it, push near the needle nose pliers so it bends in a straight line, like that. Now what I want to do is to pick some point on here and bend this back the other way to make a W. So I'm just going to pick this point right here, and I do want it to be as flat as possible. So I'm going to try to bend it in the same direction as that. I'm just going to bend that down like that. Now I'm going to move over here to the same spot, right? Because see, that's the same spot right here. It looks like it doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm going to bend it again. Okay, so now I have a W. Not a perfect one. Now, so what I want to do is to balance it on this. And you see if I do that, it flips backwards. So that tells me 2 things. That tells me, number 1, that the center mass is too far this way. And number 2, it's not low enough. So I need to move the center mass that way. So I can do that by just bending these this way. And now I also want to bend these down. So I want a 2-dimensional shape like that. Okay, so now let's try it. This doesn't look completely flat either. Which technically doesn't have to be, but this takes a little bit of artistry to do. Okay, so mine's still sliding off. Let's see which way is it sliding off. I think my stand's not stable. So it looks like it's flying forward and to the side. Okay, let's pull this down a little bit and see what happens then. So I need to get the center of mass lower than my contact point right there. And my stand's not completely stable, so I'm holding it. Huh, I got it to work before. Where did I put the one I got to work before? There we go. There. See if I can let go. I need to fix this. Let's see if I can fix it. And at that point, there's very little contact between the two pieces, so there's low friction. So once you get that balance on there, it should just stay balanced. I think my contact point's a little bit tilted. Yeah, it's tilted down. And that's a great thing about these paper clips, is that you can easily bend them and fix it. I gotta get this to work now. There we go. Ah! There, oh, why is it falling off? Okay, I know why. That is bent down just a little bit. There we go. And so the center of mass of this, if you imagine there was a point in space where all the gravitational force appears to act, it looks like it is right down here, which is or up a little bit, which is below the contact point. So it's the same thing as just something hanging down like that. That's why it's stable. And you can even blow it a little bit and get it to move. But there you go. Just needs 2 paper clips. The needle nose pliers are helpful. Now, if you want to make it more complicated, you could take these 2 nuts and attach them on the end. I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to balance these. So look, if I take this nut right here, and then I just want to twist it on. I don't even know if I'm in the video frame because I am using a different camera. And then squeeze that on. This will make the center mass even lower. If put these both on the ends, it'll make it more stable. It'll look cooler. So there you go. Another paperclip hack for you.